That's cool, mira. Ahí estamos. Alright, guys. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first ever video. Amor, who are you?
Hi, my name is Eileen. This is Caleb.
Caleb, dile hi. Hi, Jack, what's up? Y yo soy Angel. I'm Angel. I play the bass, and I am a father, and a husband, and a brother, and a son. And I have a sobrino named Ariane. Your turn.
Okay, so I'm obviously a mother to Caleb. I'm a wife to the man next to me, named Angel. I'm also a daughter, older sister, and yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, guys. Como es nuestro primer video, quisiera que en este video.
Oh, and I'm also 20. I'm gonna be 25 this year.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be 24.
And baby Caleb his birthday's on August 4th.
Oh, yay! We're going to go to Disneyland in his birthday.
Maybe. We'll see how everything is about COVID.
Yeah, especially because you have to reserve and el otro día estaba viendo en el reserving y no me deja ver hasta después de mayo. I can't see more than May. Like May is just like I can't go anymore. Okay, so como es nuestro primer video, quisiera que la gente, el público, sepa cómo nos conocimos. Bueno, como los que ya nos conocen, nosotros nos conocimos en la iglesia, obviously. Y am I gonna translate that?
I guess. Okay, so we met. He was 9 years old at church. Christian church. He was 9. I was 10, and basically we met just by church and our friends that we had the same. We had the same friends, and we were just always in the same little group.
Yeah.
Oh, and he introduced himself. I actually remember. He's like, "Hi, I'm Angel." Like, "Hi, I'm Angel."
¿Cómo?
You said, "Hi, I'm Angel."
Oh.
I'm like, "Hi, like I'm Eileen." But I was like a very shy person. I was not like outgoing, like, "Oh my gosh, hi, how are you?" Like, that's cool. Like, I wasn't that type like to start a conversation like that. Like, I was always very kind of like aparte. But yeah.
Yo también. Yo desde que era niño, yo era bien como callado. Era vago, pero era callado. Y me acuerdo una vez que I set a desk on fire in middle school. Don't be like me, guys. Don't set schools on fire.
And let's not have Caleb have crazy ideas like that.
Yeah, nos conocimos en la iglesia. Yo toco el bajo y pues mi esposa tiene su ministerio también. Ahorita está en un descanso porque pues el Caleb, pero
to take care of Caleb.
Pero
because he's still small and I don't want to rush things.
Y una cosa de rushing es si yo les pudiera decir algo es que si quieren algo, háganlo. Okay?
Just say that. Don't say give any information that you're saying.
So si quieren algo, háganlo. Porque si no, you guys don't get any younger. Okay?
Okay, we're trying to give good advice here.
Well, I'm not that
Okay.
good advice.
Okay.
That's the way.
I'm sorry.
That's the way I see life. Like, you gotta live life one day at a time, you know. And like, it's hard to do things, yeah, because you know you have things like, oh my God, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to school, I gotta do this and that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But like, find time for yourself, you know. Like, I always tell my wife, I'm like, I'm on, like, go take a shower, you know, like, relax, you know, just be right there. No, I'll be right here playing video games, you know. Like me, a mí me gusta estar aquí, pues, jugando video games. Ese es mi modo de relajarme. Y pues mi esposa es diferente. She's way different. She doesn't like playing video games all day. She doesn't. You don't.
I don't. We're two different people, obviously.
Like,
I can play video games. I could, but not all day. I just get like very, get anxious. Like I can't do it.
Like she's always like, oh, let's go out, let's do this. I'm like, I'm all like, relax, like, come on, let's just play video games, you know. But I tell her like, como pareja, no puede ser nomás uno. Like, oh, let's play video games all day, or oh, let's go to the mall or whatever all day. You know, like tiene que haber un balance. Like ayer, ¿dónde fuimos? Fuimos a Cabazón ayer. And we were there for like 15 minutes. It was cold.
That was, for him, that was kind of like, okay, yeah, I took you somewhere and you should be satisfied. Because we were there for 15 minutes. The first thing we went, because we saw a store at Levi's. The first thing we went in there and he wanted to buy some pants. But I'm like, no, like, let's just go. Like, because he was just looking around at the same spot for like the same 15 minutes.
Guys, it's hard to find things my size. I would just say that. I grew a little bit since I became a dad. I grew a little bit, and you know, like I'm not the same size.
Well, yeah, me either.
But cause like when we would go to the hospital, we wouldn't eat. Y nos malpasábamos bien mucho. Y como nos malpasábamos, like, everything we ate would, like, make our stomach, like, you know. But yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, our baby, he was born.
He was born at 32 weeks. He was 3 pounds at birth weight. But when he lost his water weight, he was 2 pounds. So he was very small and skinny. He was always strong though. He was very strong for a baby for a 32 week. Like he was very like, he always had his hand like this. It was so cute. Like he
¿Ya se durmió?
Yeah, he fell asleep.
Ya se durmió. Okay guys, so a ver papito.
Say good night to everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Woo! Okay. Let me see. Okay. He's like falling sideways. Alright, véngase. A ver, así. Okay. So, he was 2 pounds. He was like that big.
No, he was pretty long.
Yeah.
He was long, but it's just that he was skinny. That's why he was like 2 pounds. But he was always a strong baby. He like I don't want to brag. Obviously, he's my son, but I never seen a baby like that was. Because they would poke him like all the time since he was a preemie, like to find his and the preemies, their veins, since they're like obviously they're small, their veins move a lot, so they would always have to poke him, and it would hurt me to see him like that, but he wouldn't cry. Like he was always like very brave, very strong, but the only thing that would bother him is when they would touch him. That's the only thing that would, like, he would be crying.
Cuando lo despertaban, ¿verdad?
Yeah, like, he's, like, kind of like, oh, like, don't touch me, like, leave me alone. But he was never crying because, like, oh, they poked me, I'm crying. But, yeah.
Yeah, guys, like, una vez que, when he was born, me acuerdo que se escuchó, like,
and right away you knew like it was Caleb. Like, oh gosh, Caleb.
Yeah. Like,
and the nurses would also tell us, be like, oh my gosh, like your baby's the loudest one out of all the babies there. And he was not the only like say that there was older babies than him, but they were like, he has lungs that are like so strong. I was like, oh my gosh.
Cuando estaba él ahí, look at him. Sorry, Papa. When he was right there, he was like, I remember one time there was so, mira como las nurses lo bañan, mira, like, los agarran así, look, así los agarran, así están con ellos, este es el bebé, y así están, lo están bañando así. Y luego una vez que lo estaba bañando una enfermera, y luego que llega el security al cuarto de Caleb y dice like, where's the baby, porque le quitaron su pulserita y estaba la alarma beep, 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 en la pantalla, pero llegó el security y dice, ¿dónde está el bebé? Y pues la enfermera, pues aquí lo tengo, lo estoy bañando. Y luego pues
the pulseras that he's talking about, it's like the bracelets that they put on the preemie babies, so I guess there's probably think that, oh, they're gonna take their babies. So like if they know that if they take it off or the baby comes out with that alarm, that bracelet on, then they know, oh, there's a baby out.
And it's like and it was hard because we will see like the babies, and you know, like they're like so small and they're like
yeah,
perfect, like they don't have like no bad things,
they're innocent, son puros.
So it's like you just see them and then you're like, man, like why did they go through that, you know? But it's like everybody's different, you know, everybody's pregnancy is different, but when my wife, she was pregnant, she was in the hospital like since June. I remember porque nos fuimos a Asbury Farm. Nos fuimos a Asbury Farm en un lunes y luego para el viernes ya estaba en el hospital.
Yeah, because I remember the day before I was kind of feeling like I had a headache. I was like, oh, like I have this headache, and I checked my blood pressure, and I was like, okay, this is too high. I'm like, no, maybe it's just the machine is broken. So I'm like, nah, I'm just overthinking. But the next day, that Friday that I went to the hospital, I checked I called one of the nurses on the phone, and I told her how I was feeling, and they said, oh, like just like they wanted me to go in. So I went to check in. I checked my blood pressure, and it was super high. It was 170/80. And that's the time where COVID was happening, so my husband couldn't come in with me. So that's the hard part, that it was just, I was scared and I wanted to cry at that moment, because I was like, man, like I wish my husband was here, because I didn't want to go through it alone. But at that Friday, I had to stay at the hospital. I told them I wanted to leave, because obviously nobody wants to be at the hospital. But I told them I wanted to leave, but the doctor suggested, like, no, you shouldn't leave. This is your blood pressure. You're risking yourself and the baby. So I don't know if I stayed that day. I did. yeah, so I stayed that day, and I called my husband, and he did stay with me for that weekend. I didn't want him to leave to work, but I know he had to. But um that was like one of the hardest thing I had to do, is being at the hospital, having to be worried because of the baby, and myself, because they told me I could have had a seizure anytime because of my blood pressure. So that was the scary part. Um, but I had to be off and on at the hospital for like a month almost, and then yeah.
Hubo una vez que se fue al antepartum. El antepartum es donde vas cuando ya te estás recuperando de tu cesárea. Y luego la mandaron para allá. And then she was like, de ahí la mandaron a la casa una vez.
Mm-hmm.
Y luego la segunda vez, otra vez estabas ahí, ¿no?
Yeah, because the thing is, when you have what is it that I had?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I forgot the specific name of it, but it's where when you're pregnant and your blood pressure, it just goes up and it doesn't go down because of the placenta.
Mm.
The placenta is what's the problem of the reason why you have that blood pressure messing.
Mm.
But it's because I had to go to check up every week at the hospital to check up on me, how baby was doing. And that week that they let me go home, I had to go back to that appointment, and then they checked to see the baby's heartbeat, and something was going on. So they told me, "Oh, go right away, go back to the
Hospital.
to antepartum for the antepartum." And I was like, "Oh gosh!" Like I got worried, so I had to go back, and that's where I officially had to stay until the baby was born. That was like about for 2 weeks, right? Yeah, that was for 2 weeks, and after that, like that was the hardest part. No, the hardest part was after, because the baby was in the NICU, and we both can go in there. Like it would have to be one of us, and it's like it's at that moment I couldn't hold the baby. Like I had to wait.
Como el día que nació Caleb, agosto 4, nomás me dejaron a mí entrar, pero no podía sacar el celular ni nada porque, pues, no sé por qué, pero pues ellos tienen sus reglas and all that stuff, pero no podía sacar ni el celular. Dijeron, porque le iban a hacer una x-ray y no querían, pues que el señal del celular y todo eso. But, so that was the hard part, because I couldn't even take pictures. So literally like I took pictures only until like the day after, and that's when
oh yeah, sorry, the name of what I had was called preeclampsia.
Hey, preeclampsia. And then hi puppy, it's okay. It was the trash can. It's because it's filled, so it's like closed beds.
Yeah. He got scared.
Me too. I got scared too. But like, ¿cómo se dice? Okay, the day after I had to take pictures, and like, literally, like, my wife, she just had C-section. So, ella está como así, como toda loopy.
Yeah.
You know? Y pues yo tenía que llevarla desde como, digamos, de aquí pues no saben ustedes.
Well, it's say like, okay, this is just like a image, but
Like,
it's not
digamos,
the same. Say
digamos.
this is my room, like over here, like the other side right here, and where I had to go was like, I don't know.
Okay.
But it was
como para explicarles, como digamos, si entras a una Target y si ahí está la puerta, la entrada de su cuarto, digamos. So, si das una vuelta hasta atrás, digamos así, like, desde la entrada hasta el fondo, digamos, así de distancia estaba para ir a ver a Caleb. Y era nomás para entrar al cuarto. Luego los cuartos de los bebés están hasta el fondo. Qué bueno que el cuarto de Caleb estaba ahí en la entrada. But that was the hard part, definitely, because it's scary to have a baby in the NICU because they never call you for anything, you know.
Yeah.
They only call you if, you know.
Well, the doctor would call like every morning,
yeah.
but just like an update, like, oh, baby's doing good, or baby's starting to just different things like that. But
yeah.
It wouldn't be like, oh, like this is going on with your baby, you need to come in, or you need to come in and stuff. But it wasn't. We always had to be the one calling, even in the middle of the night. We would sometimes even bug the nurses, be like, how's the baby doing? Because we couldn't stay there. It was just not comfortable. It wouldn't be comfortable.
Era una silla, nomás como una silla de para dar pecho, así nomás.
But it's not to lay down. It wasn't to lay down or anything, like, so it was just impossible. Like, it was just really hard. So they did tell me at one time that they wanted me to stay, but it's just, I forgot why I couldn't. But I mean, I guess they told me like, oh, it's so you can know, like, for you can have like an heads up how it's gonna be for when you take the baby.
But eso era ya cuando iba a salir.
No, well, yeah, that was like the day before they told me that.
But the hard part definitely was that que nomás ya cuando nomás podemos entrar, ya sea ella o nomás yo. You know, porque a veces como pues los agarras, you know, y como nosotros no tuvimos la chance de que cuando naciera que no lo pudiéramos agarrar ahí juntos. Y como fue nuestro primero, like
I didn't expect it. I didn't expect having to have preeclampsia and end up at the hospital, because I thought, oh my gosh, this is my first baby. I'm young, and this is not gonna. I didn't ever think. So, definitely that was a shock for me, having to be at the hospital. But I mean, the only thing I could say is God knows why it happened, but it honestly made me realize para cómo dice,
dale gracias a Dios.
No, like to
tener nuestra fe en él.
No, aprovechar, like, because it was just hard.
Y like siempre le decía a mi esposa, amor, like, es que siente que nos movemos, ¿verdad?
Yeah, it feels like he's gonna fall.
Okay, so yo siempre le decía a mi esposa, hay gente que está pasando peor cosas, you know, que sus babies no están, you know.
Actually, I remember the day that I was able to leave the hospital, like at the time I was like recovering from my C-section. They told me I could leave, but the thing is, since I was so close to my son right there, I could just like walk into the room. But since I was leaving the hospital, I started getting like, I was getting sad, because I'm like, I'm gonna be away from him. It's like, I'm not gonna be so close to him. That was the hard part also, because it's like, I couldn't carry my son. I couldn't bring my son from the hospital. And it's like, I would see all these moms that they would take their babies. I'm like, man, why couldn't that be me? But I mean, every day I saw a mom have their baby, and every time I see that, I'll be like, I wish that was me. I'm just waiting for that moment to tell me, oh, you could take your son. And right when I remember when they told me, like, oh, you could take your son, and I finally got the feeling of coming out in the wheelchair and having the baby in my arms.
Estábamos ahí, it was funny because the day that he came out, we were there. I didn't go to work that day. Era un viernes, ¿no? Era un viernes. Falté el jueves y el viernes y el lunes.
Yeah, because we thought the baby was gonna already like leave. We knew he was gonna leave that weekend, but we didn't know what day.
So estábamos en el parking lot, and we were right there eating Taco Bell. We were right there in the Taco Bell in the parking lot, and we were. Es que Taco Bell y el hospital están a cruzar, digamos. So we were right there in the Kaiser parking lot, and we were right there eating. And then we're like, we called them, and then we're like, oh, like, nos dijeron que no podíamos sacar el baby hasta que su medicina
no, we
esté
were at
lista.
George's.
Oh, yeah, in George's. Yeah, in George's.
We were at George's.
Pero el día antes era Taco
Yeah, it was Taco Bell.
The
day before.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, ya, era George's. Cuando fuimos a George's, era cuando dijo, oh, este día va a salir tu baby, ya. Yeah, like, hey, like, ven por él. Like,
and we're like, no, but the doctor told us we can't because we have to wait for medication, and they said it's not ready till tomorrow. Like, no, like you could just pick that up tomorrow. You could come for your baby. You're like, oh, like, we'll be there. It's like, but she was kind of like, oh, like, but how long are you gonna take? Because I'm already gonna leave, and it's for the next shift, and we can't release the baby. I'm like, no, we'll be there like less than 5 minutes, literally. It's like, okay, come for your baby, come. I'm like, okay. So we like literally left, like we got all our stuff and left.
Apenas agarramos la comida.
Yeah.
Y era cuando nos dijeron, oh, ven por tu baby.
And we're like, oh yeah, let's go.
So, ese día ni comimos en todo el día. Ya cuando llegamos, pues ahí cuando fue para arriba, pues, estaba comiendo.
Oh, you did it?
Yo me comí mis papitas. y I was eating my French fries when she was up there in the room.
He was like so excited, guys. Like he kept on texting me, like, "Are you done? Do you have the baby already? Did I bring the car seat?"
Es que duró como 2 horas. Yo estaba en el parking lot.
And then you're like, I have to go restroom. And I'm like, well then go.
And man, ese fue el día segundo más feliz de mi vida. El día que salió Caleb del hospital. Y el día que salió era el 27 de septiembre. It was the 27th of September. And
that was the day actually he was gonna be born around that day. Like the 29th. They told us that too, and we thought, oh no, like it's gonna be too far ahead, and honestly it went by so fast.
Se sentía como, how to explain it, like mi esposa estaba ahí desde la mañana que yo me iba al trabajo como a las 10. Y pues estaba ahí desde las 10 y no regresaba a la casa hasta como las
the time you came
10,
out.
11.
Because he
no comía.
Yeah, I
le decía, amor, just go get something from the vending machine downstairs. She's like, no, there's nothing.
Like, no, because there would be times the vending machine would act funny. Like, they're like, oh, like, we don't accept the Visa, or that didn't go through, but I had money with. That was like, like, okay, what am I going to eat now? And you couldn't eat inside the room either, so that sucked.
So it's like, a lot of things happen, but I know this is a little sad video, pero ¿cómo les digo?
I know this was supposed to be a video of like intro of how we met, but honestly, this is since our son is something that like something that happened in our lives that we can't explain. It's just something we're really happy to like say, because our son came in the moment we least expected. Because when I found out I was pregnant, I didn't think I was pregnant. I just thought like, oh no, like I'm nauseous because I didn't eat. But I mean, well, you guys, I know we're gonna probably get videos like more ahead, like to let you guys know more about him. But it's like it's
Papi, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Um, and it's crazy because when she found out that she was pregnant, I wasn't working, and it was last year.
the 2 years.
Sí. Al fin del año, en diciembre. And well, like in the 2020 Christmas, we didn't get nobody presents. All I got my wife was a little packet of eyelashes.
Yeah, it was like, no, what did I say? But it was like eyelashes, like in a little container like that.
Yeah, it wasn't. To be honest, it was only like $15. But I mean, now like, de doy gracias a Dios that like finally we were able to buy everyone presents.
Yeah.
We were able to buy everyone presents, and all this stuff, So his first Christmas was awesome.
He got a lot of clothes and gifts, and maybe more along we can show you guys like a little haul, like say when we buy him stuff, like we'll show you guys. But
I think we should close this video.
It's already long.
It's already 30 minutes, and it's a pretty long video already.
But I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be interested because this is like a pretty crazy, interesting video because it's mostly about Caleb and how he came into
our life.
Yeah.
We'll definitely share more videos. Our social medias are right there, so you guys can see everything and all that stuff.
But this is not only going to be a video about us or our family type of videos, but this is also going to be like tutorials, right? Like covers of your base. Yeah. So.
And
you did say it, right?
And makeup tutorials for her.
No.
Or she could do her own channel. And you guys could subscribe to her too. But anyways, bye guys. Love you guys. I don't even know you guys.
Look at him saying I love you already. He doesn't even know you.
That's what it is. Bye guys.